Hey, how are you? I'm Martin. I am from Denmark, but I run a business in Kenya. So I've come from Kenya today. I run a music service in Africa. We work very similar that Spotify does in the Western world. We focus a lot on local catalog, acquiring local music, and thereby providing a music service for Africa with relevant catalog and relevant music. It was a collaborative effort. I don't actually think I was the guy behind the idea. When I moved to Kenya in 2012, some of my colleagues were already discussing the music industry before I arrived, and we basically just saw what had happened in music the last decade or so in Europe, and we wanted to see if we could do something similar in the African market. I think the idea arrived because of change in location. Like, I've seen how it works in Denmark. I've seen what has happened in Denmark, and when you then go somewhere like Kenya, where there's no one working in this, and you see a gap in the industry, it's fairly easy for you to see, oh, maybe I should do something about music. I have a passion about it in the first place, and yeah, I think that's just basically how it came around. I have a hobby of playing music, but my kind of my career background is I studied business studies in London, and after that I got a job with a VC with a seed investment fund in Kenya, who invested in tech startups across Africa. So that's my background. Plenty. When you live in Kenya, there's problems everywhere. So there's a lot of different challenges that Kenya has, a lot of different services that are not launched in Kenya yet, that makes it very obvious to see opportunities in the marketplace. So I think in international exposure, when you go to a particular new place, it's very easy to see ideas. If you travel to Denmark, where I'm from, I'm sure you'll see services and solutions from home that is not yet in Denmark, and you'll think about, okay, why don't I do this here? So most of the ideas I think about, but I don't actually implement it in most cases because I believe a lot in focusing in life, and my focus right now is on my current business, and I would never start something else at the same time. Well, I think in my opinion, ideas are not worth a lot. It's all about how you implement it, and implementing or proving a concept is often cheaper than one might think. So we have ideas of someone can start a music service like me, and you feel like you need a full working app, you need an Android app, you need an iOS app, you need a website, all those things. That's actually not the case. Often you can start with a lot less. Try and figure out, can you get a customer, for example? What if you make a WordPress website with music, 5 songs, and see if someone will visit it and someone will use it? So my idea is to try and ask yourself the question, how can I prove if there's a customer for my product or for my idea without actually investing any time and money in it? There are so many startup advices. I think my number one startup advice is that you have to acknowledge from day one that it takes time to build a business. Don't expect it to be built in a year or half a year. If you're doing this, then be in it for the long run and understand that your business will not work out in a short term. It will work out in the long term, and you need to invest a lot of time in it.